How's it going, everybody? Brandon Diaz with a video on Sneaky Vampire Syndicate. So we just got done doing an AMA, which I'll talk about that in just a second. And this video that I'm going to be doing, I'm also going to be taking my very first blood tokens. I'll be linking up right here a place that you can see where I opened up my very first blood bag and received my very first blood. We actually have raffles that I can put that blood towards, so that way I can win certain rewards. And I'm going to show you guys, and we're going to actually do that right here on this video here. Going back to the AMA side. So the leadership, they refer to themselves as elders in the Sneaky Vampire Syndicate. What the elders essentially do every single week is they do a public forum where they're getting together, answering questions with members, talking about topics about what they plan on doing in the future, votes. If you own a Sneaky Vampire Syndicate, you also have the ability to, come up with ideas and have people vote upon that. So they talk about that. Just talking about the inner workings of what's happening with the entire infrastructure of Sneaky Vampire Syndicate. So in this one is the first time I've been a part of one that actually goes into as much depth and length to make sure that they're communicating with their NFT holders, which is extremely important. Obviously is a big fear out there is that the leadership, what they're doing is all they're trying to do is just have this money grab and then basically rug pull and take the money out. However, with the Sneaky Vampire Syndicate, I've noticed that they're extremely involved with the communication aspect. Another thing that they also bring up that I was very impressed about was they talk about like SEC regulations, so government agency regulations, which is important because if there was any kind of intent to just kind of do that rug pull kind of attitude, then that means that those individuals don't really realize that there's government agencies that are viewing people that are having these kind of ill intent. So when they were talking about that, that was one of the questions that I had. So I ended up asking the question in front of everybody. And the person that I chatted with was this sneaky vampire right here, 2D Vamp. And the question was basically in frame towards, what do you guys do to keep yourselves in compliant with SEC regulations? And what he had basically had announced is that he's also an attorney as well. So you have an attorney that's involved with this company that's making sure that there isn't any ill intent involved in the company. These guys are being held liable or held accountable, I should say, to all of this that's going on. So they want to make sure that they're within at least in the realm of compliance with government agencies on that side, which makes me feel extremely confident in the idea that this is going to be around long term, and they make announcements that they are here long term. So Sneaky Vampire Syndicate right now is a great time to buy. Now, again, this is not financial advice. Never take anybody's word off of YouTube, especially. NFTs can be extremely risky. They are extremely volatile. And invest at your own risk, and never invest money that you do not have into any project because it could go down. But if you are looking at some companies or projects to invest your money in, Sneaky Vampire Syndicate was one that I ended up investing my money in. And the actual artist that created these NFTs is the same artist that started up the Bored Ape Yacht Club, or did the artistry work, I should say, on the Bored Ape Yacht Club. So you'll see that they're wonderful, wonderful. I love that. Out of all the NFT projects that I'm a part of, for sure, the Sneaky Vampire Syndicate is my favorite as far as the artistry side of it works. Okay, but things that they had talked about in the AMA side, for those that were a part of it. So they had talked about, they have a big event that's going on in New York City coming up. They're calling it the NFT NYC. They also have another kind of event going on in London. They're going to be introducing the champagne bottle. They actually have a specialized branded champagne bottle that's also partnered up with Sneaky Vampire Syndicate. Here's kind of a look of what that is. So you can see that it's labeled SVC. That's coming out. This was fresh off the press, by the way. So you're seeing it. You're one of the first people to see this in this video here. There's one of the labels right there. Just really, really cool. It's a high-end champagne company. So another thing that they had also announced is that their engagement is up 300% on Twitter. They have new followers at 82%. They had a whole little list of what they're seeing as far as the engagement on Twitter, which all of that's up. Again, new followers up 82%, which I found to be awesome. Now, They did do some changes with the blood bag. I didn't really understand that. I'm kind of newer in this aspect, so it didn't really, I guess for people that are newer into the Sneaky Vampire Syndicate, I don't think it really matters. However, what did catch my mind is that they're actually going to be doing what's referred to as a DAO, which I only knew a little bit about DAOs, and I had to do some more research. And what a DAO is, it's referred to as a decentralized autonomous organization. And essentially what they're doing with the Sneaky Vampire Syndicates is that, or even the Vampiresses as well, as you can see, we have some beautiful ladies, by the way. On the secondary market, when all of these are being sold, there's obviously a royalty, there's an exchange, you have your little fee whenever there's an exchange on the secondary market. There's going to be 2.5% that's actually going into its own account. That right there, from there, members that are holding onto the Sneaky Vampire Syndicate, we vote together, and what we do is we vote on what happens with those funds. So what they were talking about was, investing into Yuga Labs' other side deeds. So they were talking about buying into these metaverses and buying a few basically parcels and buying some lots. But what some DAOs will also do is they'll invest into like other NFTs, like a Bored Ape Yacht Club, or something that has like, something that's maybe 10 Ethereum, 50 Ethereum, 99 Ethereum, like a Bored Ape Yacht Club or something like that. And essentially the project is holding onto it, so then we have value together, allowing us to make sure that the organization, the project is have investments, is essentially what it's doing on that side. But with that DAO, they can take that money, and as long as we vote together, we can determine what happens with that money, which I found very interesting. I'm going to be a part of that. So that's really it as far as the announcements was concerned. It was about 45 minutes. There was roughly about 80 people that were live, so I imagine people are going to watch on those videos. You guys can go onto their YouTube channel and actually watch what that AMA looked like. But it's a great project to be involved in, with the leadership also having a large amount of involvement as far as communication aspect. And without further ado, let's go into using some of this blood. So right now I'm going to, oh, and by the way, here's a link on on what you can do with the blood. I actually got sent this from the Discord channel. I'm going to be posting this into the description portion of this channel, so that way you guys can read into this. But it talks about, how much blood you would receive if you owned a vampire or vampiress that's eating a bat, and how much a bat, produces in blood. But let's get into actually getting into some of these raffles right now. So yesterday, when I was talking about when I opened up my first blood bag, all I did was go into purchase. And when I went into purchase, you have the ability to just exchange your blood straight up for Starbucks, Adidas, Chipotle, Topgolf, Ledger Nano S Plus, Amazon gift cards, etc., etc., etc. here. Okay, but what I didn't really realize is that they also have raffles as well. So there's a lot of utility with holding on to a Sneaky Vampire Syndicate. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to look at some of these, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some blood, and hopefully I win. So an example here, I definitely want a gaming computer. So I'm a PlayStation guy. However, my controller, I always get waxed on Call of Duty. So I noticed that if I had a computer and I had that mouse, that'd be a lot easier for me. So I'm pretty cheap, so I'm not going to put a lot into this, but I do want to, this is my first time doing this, so we'll see. We're going to learn together here. You know what? I'm going to buy 3 tickets here. All right, nothing crazy. So did it go through? I think so. Oh, successfully entered into auction. Okay, good. Doesn't really tell me anywhere else that that's happened. Okay. All right, but there's quite a bit of people that have entered in this drawing. You have about 2,800 entries. So I'm 3 out of that 2,800. So maybe I win, maybe I don't. I don't know. Okay. A processor. Okay, I think I'm going to do that as well. I'm not into the golf. I'm just going to do 1 ticket there. So we're going to confirm there. All right. So waiting. All right, so successfully entered into auction there. So I did 1 ticket there. Now that 75-inch TV, I don't know that I have a place to put that 75-inch TV. I got a 55-inch TV, and that It's big enough right there, but if I can win a 75-inch TV, I'll figure something out with that. But I'm only going to do one ticket there. Okay. All right, so we are successful there. So you do have real world raffles that you can be a part of. So you're a part of drawings. An Apple Mac Mini. Okay, I've got 122. I don't want to spend all. I definitely want to accumulate some blood. I don't want to spend my blood because I do want to buy some stuff. I just want, on my next blood bag, I want to be able to interact with that. So I don't want to spend too much. But I think I'm gonna put about 5 here. Hold on, that's more than what I want to put. I'm gonna do 3. See, I get excited sometimes. We'll just do 3. Okay, but I could definitely. Alrighty, we're just waiting for that transaction to complete. Successfully entered to the auction. Not much of an Xbox guy. Not much of a drinker. Also, okay, GoPro, okay, nah. Nintendo, and then you have Keurig machine. Already got like 3 or 4 of those. So I don't need one of those. All right, so I've entered into some raffles, into some drawings here. We'll see if I win anything. If I do, I'll do another video. But yeah, you get a lot of utility. Leadership's extremely engaged. You have utility where you open up the blood bag. You get blood that you can redeem for raffles to be able to purchase things. You can also get NFTs in that as well. So the community is extremely supportive. You're also getting artistry work from a well-known artist. To me, Sneaky Vampire Syndicate, if that's in your radar, or if it isn't, you should at least place it into your radar to look at. This is a video on doing raffles and AMA. And with that being said, I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.